Hi everybody, thank you for tuning in for another edition of my vlog. As you will remember, last week we did an exercise called Tracking Your Fat Thoughts, which was all about tracking the negative fat thoughts that creep into our minds from time to time. I don't know if many of you found that when you did the exercise that you were surprised by the amount of fat thoughts that you had, or maybe some of you were surprised by how little of them that you had, or some of them may have, you may have figured that you got what you expected. You got the amount that you expected. I know if I would have done that exercise about 20 years ago, I probably could have filled about five to 10 notebooks full of fat thoughts about myself. Well, maybe that's exaggerating a bit, but you know what I mean. I've come a long way since then. I don't get them nearly as often as I used to. I still do get them from time to time. I'm not immune to them by any means, but it's definitely gotten a lot better. So last week I also told you that we weren't going to be discussing where the thoughts originated from or the content of them. We were just concentrating on tracking them. So this week I want to talk to you a little bit about the fat thoughts themselves and where they come from and the content of them and so forth. I'm sure a lot of you noticed that many of the thoughts were repetitive, very judgmental in tone, and those kinds of thoughts stem from your past, from your childhood, from your youth, from comments from family members, doctors, strangers, bullies, whoever. I'd say probably about at least 75% of our negative fat thoughts come from people in our past. And also the vast majority of them also come from people who are not trying to help us, who are not trying to do us any good, who have no feelings for us whatsoever. They're just saying what they want to say for whatever reason. And I'm sure you've also heard it said that bullies themselves inflict the same kind of abuse on themselves that they went through, which I believe is very true. I think all bullies have been through bullying themselves, and the ones who turn to bullying are the ones who, that's the way that they cope with the bullying, is that they try to make other people feel the way that they felt when they were bullied. That's just that's the way that they've dealt with it. Now, another part of the fat thoughts, the ones that are sort of, well, kind of maybe well-meaning people, people in the medical profession, whatever. People who purportedly are trying to help you or just, do the best for you that they can, with your weight, or encourage you or whatever. Some people are genuinely well-meaning, but a lot of them are very ignorant and uneducated, and that includes people in the medical profession, believe me. Okay, there are many uneducated, ignorant people in the medical profession who are living in the Stone Age as far as weight is concerned. And with these kinds of fat thoughts, you just have to remind yourself that they are simply opinions. That it's somebody's opinion that you are unhealthy, or it's somebody's opinion that you are unattractive, or whatever. It doesn't mean that you have to believe what they say. Just because a thin person is telling you they don't think that you're attractive doesn't mean that nobody else will think that you're attractive. It's simply their opinion, and that's fine. They're entitled to their opinion, but you do not have to listen to it. You do not have to adopt it as truth. And it is absolutely untrue that you have to listen to any doctor who's telling you that you're automatically unhealthy simply because of your weight. Yes, there are certain diseases that are associated with weight, but that doesn't mean that just because you are a certain weight that you have those diseases, or that you're going to develop them, or that everybody gets them. It's just untrue. So what you need to really, the most simplistic thing that I can tell you, and I know it sounds simplistic and even kind of bordering on stupid, but I mean, it makes the most sense, is when these fat thoughts creep into your mind, or when you hear these fat statements out in the world, you just simply have to ignore them. It's as simple as that. I know it sounds easy, I know it sounds dumb, I know it sounds stupid, but that's basically the only recourse that you have. It's either that or believe them and let yourself be controlled and let your life be dominated by all this negative crap that's around you. It's just not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Now, Another thing that you can do when you have a fat thought, which I think is a pretty good tactic to try, is reverse it immediately. So for example, if you have the thought to yourself, I am so fat and ugly, I want you to immediately reverse that thought and think, I am gorgeous and beautiful. And it doesn't matter whether you believe it in that moment or not. The important thing is that you are changing your mindset. You're changing the vibration in your brain. You're changing it from a negative to a positive. And believe me, once you get into the habit of doing this, it will become natural to you. You'll find yourself having more positive thoughts, and you'll find that the negative thoughts come along less and less. You just have to get into the habit of doing it. And it might feel kind of strange and weird and bullshit at first. But believe me, I mean, would you rather go about your life that having a thought like, I am so ugly and fat and nobody wants me, or thinking, I am gorgeous, I am attractive, and wow, there's like so many guys out there who'd want to be with me. Where am I going to find him? I just have to look for him. I have to, find him. Like, I mean, which would you rather go around thinking? Would you rather think that there's somebody out there for you who's just waiting for you to meet you? Or would you rather think that there's nobody out there who wants you? Obviously, you want to be thinking positive. It is the most important thing that you can do. It's the most important gift that you can give yourself, really. And you're not deluding yourself. You are not deluding yourself. If you feel beautiful, you are beautiful. I mean, how many people have we heard say that? I remember hearing somebody say about Janis Joplin. Some guy said that she wasn't a very attractive woman, like superficially. Most people would not think she was a gorgeous woman just by looking at her photograph. But when she sang, she was beautiful. And when she sang, she was beautiful. She was hypnotic. She was amazing. I mean, that voice, her charisma, everything about her, just, she was a beautiful woman. And it's all in your inside. Let what's inside come out of you, and you will be amazed at how your life changes. Now, when you're changing a fat thought and you're reversing it and making it a positive, what you're really doing is creating an affirmation. And I don't know if any of you have heard about Louise Hay, but she is one of my favorite people on the planet. She's an amazing woman. She's in her late 80s now, and she wrote a remarkable book called You Can Heal Your Life that has changed so many people's lives. I know it changed mine. But basically what it's about is just changing your negative thoughts into positive thoughts. And what that really does is it's like a compass. It sets your compass for where you want to go. Like, say, for example, you're looking for somebody in your life. You're looking for a life partner. Now, are you going to find that person if you're thinking, oh, like I was saying before, oh, I'm ugly, I'm never going to meet anybody? Or are you going to think, are you going to find that person if you're thinking, whew, wow, I look good. I look fantastic. Ooh, look at that guy over there. I wonder if that's him. Nice. And, you make yourself approachable. You go about your life in a happy way, in a positive way. I mean, people pick up on that. People really pick up on that. I also remember reading somewhere else that our energy fields that our bodies give off, our energy field extends to about 3 feet in front of us and behind us and on either side, like all around us. We have an energy field. So that explains, like, have you ever walked into a room and come close to somebody and just thought, like, ew, like there was just something about that person that you didn't like and you wanted to avoid? It's the same thing with people who make you feel good. So all you have to do is just look at somebody and see their smile and see the look in their eyes and say, I like that person, I want to get to know that person. So it's really, really important to think positively. It's so, so important. I can't stress that enough. So reverse your fat thoughts. Whenever you have them, reverse them. It doesn't matter how weird it feels. It doesn't matter if you don't believe it at that second. Just reverse them, okay? Another thing I want you to do this week is list 50 positive things about yourself that you really, really love. Think about what your best friend would say about you. If a stranger asked your best friend to describe you, or a close friend or family member, your lover, your husband, your wife, your child, whoever, what would they say about you? If somebody said, oh, what is so-and-so like? Would they say, Oh, Jenny is just an amazing person. I love her so much. She makes everybody feel great. She always makes me feel better when I feel down. She cheers me up. She makes me laugh. You know, how would somebody describe you? What would be all the positives that they would stress about you? That's what I want you to think about. Think about all the great things that you are, not only physically, but personality-wise. Are you intelligent? Are you kind? Are you warm? Are you generous? Are you loving? Do you love to see people smile? Do you like to make people laugh? Are you creative? Are you artistic? Do you love beautiful things? Do you love to share beauty with other people? Do you love to talk about mysterious things? And do you have a big imagination? What are all the really great things about you that make you you? Make you uniquely you. You want to list those down and keep them handy so that if you ever do have negative fat thoughts, you can refer to that list and say, hey, you know what? I might be having this fat thought, but look at all these great things about myself. And it's not about being egotistical. It's not about being arrogant. It's not about feeling like you're better than anybody else. Everybody nobody's better than anybody else. Everybody has the same rights to love, respect, happiness as everybody else. And everybody has great qualities, and everybody has, not so great qualities at times. And there may be things about yourself that you want to improve. There may be things about yourself that you want to change. There's nothing wrong with that. But that doesn't mean that until you make those changes that you're a deficient person, or that you're not good enough, or that there's something wrong with you, or you're not beautiful, you're not attractive. No. That's just something you're working towards. It doesn't mean you're any less of a person. So I guess that's really what I want you guys to think about this week is people are either actively nasty in order to deal with their own, that's how they've coped with their own bad feelings about themselves, or people just have their own opinions, and you do not have to believe their opinions. There are plenty of other people whose opinion is that fat people are gorgeous, fat people are sexy, fat people are beautiful. And maybe you need to start surrounding yourself with more of those people and start meeting more of those people. But just because people have differing opinions about looks and stuff like that doesn't mean that, the fact that you're attractive is any less true. And I also want you to focus on the 50 positive things about yourself that you absolutely love. Start listing them down, start appreciating them, start noting them, start recognizing them, because I guarantee you have them. And if you're the kind of person who just looks in the mirror and thinks that you're impossibly ugly and unattractive and nobody could ever want you, I'm going to say to you that you're not looking hard enough, because we all have things about ourselves that are attractive, that are beautiful, and that somebody will find appealing. You just need to find what they are, and you need to maybe play them up and appreciate them and just enjoy them. Life is meant to be enjoyed, and life is meant to be experienced. And you can't enjoy and experience life when you're mired in negative thinking and negative thoughts. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful, amazing week. Enjoy this beautiful, gorgeous weather that we're having. Have a fantastic March break. Have fun if you're going away anywhere. And I will see you next week. Okay, bye.